Hey, it's Robert, and this is SubtleParent.tv. Happy New Year. It's 2012. Hope you guys had a great holiday season. I did. I had a great time with my family and my friends. So welcome to the new year on SubtleParent.tv. This year I've hired some special effects people, some stunt people, and some serious movie sets, so to just kind of up the game a little bit so we have a great year this year. We're going to spend about $200 million in the production this year, so you're going to be really excited. Yeah, that's not going to happen. But in any event, I'm really glad that you're here. I'm glad to, and I'm excited to share this next year with you as we continue along in our journey of being single parents. Today, I want to share something with you that I have recently realized for myself, and one of the lessons that I've kind of learned the hard way, and it's this. Let me first of all start off by saying that I'm just getting over a cough that lasted for a couple months. So I'm going to be throughout this, so bear with me. Second of all, I want to use a little bit of a spiritual illustration that's occurred to me. God the Father, He's the center of our universe. We revolve around His will. In the same way, I think it's important to have a grasp on that with our families, in the sense that we as parents are the core of our family, and things need to revolve around that. Becoming a single parent can sometimes turn your world upside down. Well, most of the time it turns your world upside down. But one of the things that happens, or has happened to me, is your kids start becoming the center of your world, and you start revolving around them. The problem is that when you get down the line a little bit later, you realize that you really need to start taking more care of yourself, and the things that interest you or the things that are important to you need to really be a part of your life. And so when you start inserting those things that you know that you should be pursuing back into your life, sometimes there's a rub with our kids because they're used to being the center of our life. So the illustration that I gave you before, I think, is really important, that especially as single parents, that we remember that we have to be the center of our family. And it doesn't mean that we don't pay attention to our kids and we don't put their interests ahead of ourselves sometimes, in the same way as God certainly put our interest ahead of His own interest in sending His Son to die for us. We need to serve our kids with that mentality, but the things that serve us well and make us better parents, the things that sometimes seem selfish, are really important because they feed our souls, and in that sense they make us more effective parents. I haven't done a good job of that, and so as I'm running into conflicts sometimes now where I'm doing things that I know are in the best interest of myself and of my health, of my spiritual well-being, and my well-being, there's a rub with my girls because they're used to being the center of attention or the center of the universe. And it's not a bad thing. It's not like it's their fault or whatever. It's just a mistake that I made. In the pursuit of trying to protect them, I've put them at the center of my universe. That's not the way it's supposed to be. It's not the way that God designed it. In the same way as the Bible talks about how to serve in ministry, even as a deacon, you shouldn't do that until your family is in order. I'd like to overlay that into this scenario a little bit and just basically say, until you started taking care of yourself, you really are not going to be as effective as you can be as a parent. So single parents, my encouragement to you and to myself is to put yourself at the center between you and God. That should be the center of your home. And as a result of that, you will be pursuing and you will be fulfilling the needs of those around you and your kids. Don't make the mistake of trying to fill all the roles of father and mother and meet all the needs. It's too big a situation. So as I start unraveling these kind of layers that I've created by putting my daughters at the center of my universe, I would encourage you to take a look at your life this year and make sure that you're taking care of yourself, making sure that you're doing things that are in your best interest. And in that sense, you're actually serving them very well. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense to you, but my encouragement for all of us, and I know I'm rambling a bit here, but it's the beginning of the year, so allow me a little poetic license. Make sure that, first of all, God is the most important thing in your life. Second of all, you, as the center of your family, have to be strong, and you have to be doing things that enrich your life. And your family will orbit around it. It's not the other way. It's not your kids at the center and you orbit around them. So remember that. Take care of yourself. Pursue the things that are healthy. Pursue the things that are good. Be good to yourself. And in that way, you're going to be being great to your kids. And it doesn't matter how old your kids are or how young they are. Just remember the discipline of it's you and God first, and other things will orbit that. So that's my thought for today. Thanks for tuning in. I'm looking forward to this year. Happy New Year to you, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for tuning in.